Well, Darrell, another day, another game to look forward to. Rotherham on Saturday, where you'll be looking to build on what was, on the cold light day, a very promising performance at Blackburn.
Yeah, trying to build on that. It's a massive game for Saturday. Massive game. I think, like I say, performance was quite good, so we're trying to build on the performance from Saturday. If not, obviously, better result. But it's all about the points Saturday. It's a big game for us. We need to turn the corner very quickly, and it's another opportunity to do that.
Is it a massive game for many reasons? One being you don't want to go any closer to the relegation zone than
Yeah,
you
well,
are.
listen, I mean, the way it is, you change your plans. We wanted to get in that top six, and I think that's possible. Got to be realistic, unless we put in a barnstorming run. So it's about getting the 10 wins on board now for me. We slightly underperforming as a manager and as a squad of players, like I've said, and we've got to embrace the challenge and get on with the challenge. A lot of negatives, I'd say, for the last couple of months at the football club, but well, I know certainly that the supporters are going to be in full voice getting behind us Saturday, because that's where it's done. The bread and butter's done on the pitch.
Always look up, not behind your shoulder. Do we give up on the dream of top six?
No, we don't at all. We don't at all. No, I'm not saying that. I just think sometimes the run we've been on and the games we've lost, we've won 7 games, we lost the rest. So we've got to be realistic. We've also got to be a little bit realistic that, I was discussing this with somebody the other day. Long-term manager. What's a long-term manager? I think 2 years and above's a long-term manager, isn't it? So I'm up to 4 years in March. And I think you're going to get 1 or 2 seasons that sometimes don't go your way, or don't go the way we'd like it all to go. And it might be one of those seasons. Certainly not giving up on it, that's for sure. But I think we've got to concentrate on first hurdle, Rotherham, and then next hurdle, trying to get the 10 wins as quickly as possible. Then we can see where we're at and kick on from there. You
want a run and some consistency, but first on the board, just to get a win, isn't it now?
Yeah, certainly. That's what we're looking for, something to change the corner. I was talking to you guys before, and just the fine lines in football that can go against you at times, and they're certainly going against us in the last couple of months or so.
Rotherham, I think it's a few games without a win, but I said on Saturday, but one of the better sides, aren't they?
Yeah, certainly.
Side, yeah.
Another team full of championship players from last season. So obviously a tough game, but we're at home. We want to put our disappointing home performance against Wimbledon out of the way, and make sure we put on a good performance and pick our fans up. And I think our fans will be well up for the game Saturday. I'm sure they will. The supporters at Blackburn were outstanding, superb they were. So I'm sure our own supporters will get behind us, and it's up to me to make sure the boys put on a performance so that they can get behind us. Yeah,
you rightly went to great lengths to praise the fans at Blackburn. I guess 3 o'clock Saturday, just a huge roar, and let's make it a fortress.
I feel for our fans, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't mind saying openly that the only reason I'm here now is for the supporters, to be honest with you. We're a backs to the walls club, and that looks like it's continuing at the minute. So I'm staying around, and while I've got the majority of the Rovers support, I'll stay around, because I certainly feel let down, as the supporters do at the minute, because nothing's happened, and it's got to happen. And I hopped on about it in the summer, and you look at the realistic point of view, where we've got to do that, and we do it to try and. The supporters have had kicks in the teeth for years now. We've got to try and cheer them up by me as a manager trying to get football results so we can get them positive again, because I certainly feel for them, and one of the reasons why I stay behind is the fantastic supporters that we've got, and they certainly have had their fair share of kicks.
Is it a bit like a relationship? You need to
pick them up, it is, to be honest. Yeah, well, no. I mean, they've been great with me, and there's going to be a few that's disgruntled and that. But the fact of the matter is, I mean, I worked out the other day. I've spent 135,000. That's with players in and out the club. So that's all I've spent with totals of players going out, players coming in. That's 135,000. That's nothing, compared to where we are now from where we were 3.5 years ago. We're still the bottom 6 on salaries that we pay players. And until we can get overachieving again, like we have done the last couple of years, the place will be a little bit disgruntled. But for me, we're sticking around. We want to turn this form around. We want to get get my players that are underperforming, manager that's underperforming, and pick ourselves up, pick our fans up, and then away we go, because it can change quickly. Momentum, it's certainly gone against us in this run we're on, but it can certainly go the other way as well.
Are you thinking about January at all, incomings and outgoings?
Certainly, of course I am. Yeah. So January's we've got 3 lists. I've got Waitrose, Aldi, and Poundland list.
Do you know what list you're having yet?
Yeah. Well, no, but we'll put. I'll put players to the board. Certainly be putting them to the board like I did in the summer, and we see what we could sort of bring in. But we'd be saying the same if we was on a good run. To be honest with you, even on a good run, I'd be freshening things up. You've only got 2 windows, to be honest with you, so you've certainly got to freshen things up. But like I say, are we going for the untried, untested players, which we've been successful at. People talk about your Matty Taylors, came from non-league. Billy Bowden was a non-contract player. We've got a lot of players that come through the system. Tom Broadbent we got from the Army. Stuart Sinclair came from non-league. It just depends which market we're going to go in, or whether we're doing a bit of both. Me personally, I think we need to go down the proven route. To be honest with you, now I think we need to get more established players into the football club to help this group of players. Is
it fact or fiction? It's harder to buy players in January than the summer.
Money talks, doesn't it? That's what it's never an easy market, I suppose you say. But for me, it'll all roll down to finances. But we want the players here for the right reasons. It's not about going to go and spend on the biggest money players. They want to come for the right reasons as well. But we've certainly got to keep freshening up every window.
And you were very passionate about keeping the likes of Billy Bowden in the summer. Does that a new contract? Ideally, they'll stay.
Listen, the contract we've been discussing for the last 12 months. Billy's contract. I know the chairman mentioned 4 weeks, but that was his latest offer. So, but we have to raise our salaries if we're going to keep our better players, I'm afraid. But the realistic thing is that we are where we are as a football club. We spend with what within our means, and I can't imagine that changing.
I'll see you for your free coffee at Waitrose soon.
Yeah, certainly will. Good guy, good line.